everybody. Doing a gum chewing what I've been watching video here tonight, or today. It'll be going up Sunday, this video. I've watched a couple of movies, some shows as well, so if I just briefly talk about that stuff, we had just finished up a movie before, actually, called Brightwood. It was on Amazon. We had some credits or whatever on there, so we rented that. I think it was $5. Cool little indie type, mystery horror thriller movie, a time loop movie. That was pretty good. Actually, it's well acted. This couple is like fighting, and they go out for a jog. They clearly have been at each other's throats for a little bit, and they're gonna run around this pond in these woods. And all of a sudden, like, they keep looping around. They can't, figure out what's going on. And they run into other people, other person. They're not like responding to them or anything. They keep trying to run through the woods. They come back and all this stuff. They're hearing noises and voices. I don't want to give anything away about it. It was pretty cool though, actually. It was pretty enjoyable. It was very similar to a movie I'd watched maybe like 5 years ago called Rewind, if anyone's seen that. Pretty good. That one we watched just before. We watched another movie today as well, and we watched a couple episodes of the new season of Sex Education on Netflix. Pretty good as well. Funny, kind of, raunchy, funny show. A lot of the people are gone. I forgot how season 3 ended. I had to remember. I forgot their school got kind of shut down or sold, and they went different places. But I know at least 5 or 6 of the people from the last 3 seasons were not in this season. I guess they had prior commitments or something, but still funny, still raunchy and a bit ridiculous. I watched, I think, 3 episodes of that. It's the final season, too, I believe. What else? Oh, we watched Biosphere with Mark Duplass, and I forget the guy's name. Is it Sterling? He was in a show my fiance used to watch. It was a recent show. This Is Us, I believe it was. Guy from that. It's just the two of them. And they're in a biosphere that I guess the world has ended. And they're both in there, the last 2 people, at least they think, at least in the U.S. And I guess Mark Duplass used to be president for 14 months, and it's like a comedy kind of drama. It's pretty funny. They're living off fish they have, and then the female dies, but the male kind of adapts and becomes female. I guess some fish actually do this, but and then since he had the last 2 dudes left, all of a sudden Mark Duplass' character he's actually changing as well. It was actually kind of interesting and pretty funny as well. I think that came out last year. Another indie-ish type movie as well. But we watched that, and we finished up Harlan Coben's Shelter. The last episode of that season was last night. Good episode, good finale to that show for this season finale. That's a pretty cool show. I know the guy who wrote the book, Harlan Coben, actually is an executive producer with his, his wife on the show as well. And he changed things up apparently from the book. Not crazy things, but but I liked it. It was good, pretty good show. Instagram about it, but this movie was funny. It was ridiculous, and it was pretty heartfelt as well. It's about these two girls in high school, and they're lesbians, and they're like, oh, we're gonna, this is the year we're gonna get with these other girls in our grade, and they start like a fight club to try to get closer to them to do this, and Marshawn Lynch is in it as the teacher. He's ridiculous. Like this movie's extremely ridiculous. Like just the stuff that's happening, especially the end, is crazy. But it's pretty funny, and it's kind of heartfelt as well. I didn't know the names. The only person I knew was I don't know what her name is. I think it's Ruby something. I recognized her from. She played the character Hazel. I recognized her from the Willow show that was on Disney Plus that I did not finish. I wasn't hating that show, but I think I talked about when I had watched it. It was too goofy. The Willow show was too goofy. There's almost like no seriousness in the episodes that I saw. It wasn't that it was bad, but it was just too much goofiness. Like it was like tone down that, have a nice balance of seriousness and kind of funny goofy stuff. But I recognized her from that. And Cindy Crawford's kid was in it. We're watching it. I'm like, that girl looks like Cindy Crawford. I had to look it up, and it was her daughter. But it was like ridiculous, just like pretty funny, but also just like some of the stuff. It's like the ending was so ridiculous. But I thought it was really good. Did we watch anything else? I'm trying not to like spoil any of these movies either, especially like the Brightwood. Did we watch anything during the week? Oh, you know what I've been watching a lot of? I'll probably talk about this for a few minutes. Transformers. I used to watch the cartoon obviously when I was a kid, but they have them all on YouTube. It's also on Tubi. And I started watching it, and I also just started watching it again. I was like remembering a good amount of the episodes. It's such a classic show. Starscream declaring himself leader, like every time Megatron gets like hit or falls down, he's just like shit talking him, getting his ass kicked, and still shit talking him. Classic show though. It's very nostalgic, but still holds up really well. Some of the anime, there's a lot of animation errors actually in that show. But it was funny. Just going back and watching it, and then getting into it. And the theme for the second season is great. Like it's still the same Transformers more than meets the eye. The lyrics. There's not a lot of lyrics, but the music itself has changed up. And I was watching some of season 3, which I didn't remember a lot of. Which that would have been the one I guess when the Transformers actually first aired on TV. I would have been like 5, and then 6, and then the movie came out like 7, 8 by the time season 3 came out. I think there was a short 4th season as well. Like I remembered some of season 3. I was watching some of the episodes, but like 1 and 2 were the ones I remember more, and I'd be watching it on rewatch. Like I probably was watching it when it aired in 84 and probably 85. I do remember seeing the movie in the 80s. I think that came out in 86. That's the one where the freaking toy they had to wipe out the toy line in the first like 5 minutes. Robots getting killed, Autobots getting killed like left and right out of the gate. They have been enjoying that. Just going back and just watching. I'm not watching them in order or anything. I'm just like watching them. The comments are funny too. Just reading the comments on the YouTube channel is funny as well. I thought we had watched another movie recently. I can't remember. I still gotta finish. I was watching Only Murders in the Building, season 3 as well. I have to finish like probably about 4 or 5 episodes now. That's been good as well. I just like that show and the breezy kind of good chemistry between the 3 main characters. I mean, Selena Gomez is a little definitely the weakest of the three, especially just with the acting. I mean, Steve Martin and Martin Short have been around forever. Then this is what they do. It's not Selena Gomez is what does well enough, but I don't know. But the chemistry between the three of them is really good. It's a very breezy kind of show to watch. Paul Rudd is in this season, so is what the hell's her name? Meryl Streep, I believe, right? I thought I had watched another movie. Oh, you know what I started to watch? This is a movie I had seen, but it was on Tubi. I was like, I'm going to watch this again. I think it came out in like 2011 or 2012, called Yellow Brick Road. It's not about the Wizard of Oz. It's how these people, like, this guy wants to film, he's a documentary filmmaker, and there's like these people, like, in this one town, everybody, like, disappeared years ago, and they want to go there, and then they find the path, and all this weird shit starts happening. It's a pretty good movie, actually. I did enjoy it. I got about halfway through, and then I just was tired or something. The second time. I won't talk about it now. I didn't realize it was a Nintendo Direct 4 days ago. I actually watched it. That's something I've been watching. There's a couple of good things there. Another Code, which is a sequel to that game Trace Memory that was on the DS, which was actually kind of cool. I didn't finish it, but I remember having it when I had the DS. I'm interested in that. That comes out early next year. They have a lot still coming. They have some kind of, I forget what it's called, a Peach game, Princess Peach game. It's coming out. And also in 24. Mario RPG, the remake of that. I want to get that. Comes out next month, I think. There's some other stuff on there as well. I can't remember. Oh, Pikmin 1 and 2 remaster. That's already out. Like F-Zero 99, which is like a 99 player F-Zero online thing. I was kind of just hoping it was a new F-Zero game, but they're still pumping out stuff for the Switch, even like going into early next year. I would think the new Switch will be announced probably like spring of 24. Maybe it comes out end of 24, maybe early 25. It's crazy. The Switch came out in 17, so this will be 7 years. I think it came out in March of 17. I mean, the Xbox 360 had an 8-year. It had a longer lifespan than that, but before the next Xbox came out was 8 years, and it was 7 on the PS3. I think the Switch had 6. The Wii had 6 years, and then the Wii U had 5, I believe. Right, the Wii U came out at less than 5, actually. The Wii U came out in, like, fall of 2012, I think. But the Switch does gangbusters still. It still sells like crazy, so... Oh, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. They're redoing that for the Switch. Oh, and there was something else. Oh, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. That was a GameCube game. I guess they're redoing that as well. So now they're pumping out a bunch of remakes. They've gone well past taking everything from the Wii U and just putting it on the Switch. Now they're like GameCube, Wii, whatever you can get, throw it on there. And DS as well, because the Luigi's Mansion 2. Was that Dark Moon? I can't remember. But anyway, that's just kind of a quick what I've been watching video. Like I said, I didn't want to spoil anything. Definitely check out Brightwood. Out of the three of them, I'd probably go Brightwood Bottoms. I mean, completely different movies. But Brightwood was the one I probably enjoyed the most. But I did like Bottoms a lot, and Biosphere was decent as well. Anyway, yeah. It's just what I've been watching video here. And thanks everybody guys out and have a good day.